Oh yeah, what's going on, everybody? Happy Blues Day Tuesday. I am Huck, your host of the Morning Mug. Oh my goodness, what a week, y'all! Had the SAG Awards over the weekend. Okay, the Actor Awards over the weekend. Doesn't it seem to take some of the prestige away if you take the SAG? The whole point is that it's the SAG Award. It's for the institution anyway. We'll talk about that later on. How you guys doing, man? Did you have a good week? Let me know. I got Bob over here in the silent corner helping me out. Get the job done this morning. Got the old Beetlejuice mug, y'all. Oh, yeah. Chock full of that iced tea. So we're ready to go. Ready to get this party started. You guys ready? All right. Grab a drink, grab a snack. Bob, you ready? Oh, got a new computer. Let's see how it works today. Because it's time for the morning mug. Let's go. Hey, my friends, welcome back to the Morning Mug. Now, let's chat. All right, all right. Look, we're gonna see how this goes today. I had a major malfunction during the week during work, where the whole computer it made a little sound and everything went black. I was like, oh, I'm guessing that's not good. It was not. So I'm also because I chose to not get another laptop. I got a desktop this time, so it's higher. So I'm sitting on two pillows right now because it's too high on my desk. So, my head's down here and, I got to have proper, this is already too much. You know, I come from a world of proper headroom is what this is called. And that's too much headroom. So just to get in the middle of the screen, I had to sit on two pillows like a kid at a movie theater. So I'm like, Dad, let me sit on your jacket, whatever. But it's all good, man. We're making it work, y'all. We're making it work. Welcome to the Morning Mug, my friends. Slap me that ticker, Bob. Oh, you're the ticker machine. Yeah, man, we're going to talk about the huge. Got some a good box office report regarding Scream 7, which we'll talk about now. Little kids out there, when we get to talking about Scream, no spoilers. We're going to talk very generic. We'll say like, oh, I didn't like this or that and be generic about it. Don't give away anything. No plot points, no killers, any of that stuff. If you do, Bob will be forced to block you for the remainder of the show. So watch out. Bob's on blocker duty. Oh, it's his favorite thing, y'all. But anywho, we are here. Look, the cafe, the bell's ringing, the door's swinging open. Of course, who comes sashaying in? Is probably holding the door open. Is Dave. What's going on, Dave Aroni? Oh, that's a bummer. Let's see. Hey, Dave, look at Mr. Moody's here. What's going on? Y'all fixing to partake in all the jibba jabba. Quit your jibba jabba. I literally have a Mr. T keychain with 6 key Mr. T phrases, and quit your jibba jabba is one of them. It's pretty awesome. Of course, you do have the, I pity the fool. I mean, God bless Mr. T. Made a voice chip thing. I love Mr. T. Oh, look, Huck's here. He's almost ready. Well, get on it, son. Got a show to do. So, Nikki, good morning, everybody. Good to see y'all. Let's see. What you got coming in? Child's Play, Steelbook, nice. 2.5 men. Ooh. Look at everybody coming in. Craig is here. What's up, Craig? Of course, Nikki, it's always a pleasure. Candace is here. Welcome, everybody. Oh, Hoss coming in early today. What up, McPizza? Let's see. Hey, at the top of the month, if you could drop a reminder of what's coming up, I will, man, for the month in your post section. That, you know what? That's what I love. Members telling me stuff that they'd like to see. You got it, man. I'll drop it because I know I have to drop. Got some sad news. Look, see, this is how bad it is. Like I'm literally sitting on top of the phrase here. I may have missed out on getting my movie watched for you guys for today. So that's okay. We got other stuff to talk about. This weekend was nuts and crazy, and I couldn't squeeze it in yesterday. But I got the whole week to do it. I just like to do it early so I can share it for the morning mug. Maybe we'll have 2 next week. But yeah, this week is a movie that has numbers in it. It's got to be a numeric title, like no cheating. It can't spell the word one, O-N-E, no, T-W-O. No, it's got to have the numbers in it. Now, some people are finding it hard to watch just a movie with nothing but numbers in it, like 1917 or 1408 or 23. Those things have like legit just numbers. That's what I'm shooting for if I can. But as long as you can incorporate numbers in it, like 39 Steps, 2001: A Space Odyssey, whatever you want, but it's got to have numbers in it, y'all. Numbers, not words for numbers, numbers. So I know there's some people out there taking the 7, like pushing it to the hilt with that one. It spells out 7, but it's got the 7 in the middle. You guys, you just squeaked it. I'll let you have it. I'll let you have it. But yes, that sounds good. Thank you for that suggestion, mon frere. Get you a hot cup of coffee. Adrian James, dude, what's good? What's going on? Looking good. Oh, does it really? The picture looks better. Yeah, I mean, hang on, I got all my pillows here. Yeah, this is like a 4K camera on this computer. It is. So yeah, let me know. Now, it still looks a little, I don't know if this is the internet thing or just what. I don't know. Is it smooth? Is it okay? Is it, choppy? Y'all gotta let me know. So I do need a little extra lighting. Hang on, let's see. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Look at that at my fingertips, y'all. Okay. All right, let's get it going. Picture sound good. Got the old macaroni right there. And you sound good. Those are pillows. Oh, see that game? Oh, yeah, hell of a game. Oh, hell of a game. Nice. Spot on, by the way. It's like I was playing the movie right here, right now. Larry is here. Would you call it Max Headroom? I would. Nice. Nice one. Good old Matt Frewer. Where's he been? Let's stare. What's up, man? Good to see you, bro. Moody. Oh, yeah. Everybody's lighting up now. All their chums are here. I did. It's so funny you said that about Bruce Campbell. Our boy, Bruce Campbell, got a little cancer, man. Not digging that. Wife literally told me that this morning. So say your prayers for one of the greatest actors of all time, Mr. Bruce Campbell. Movie Hunter is here. What's up? Get your coffees on the side. Looking good. My movie is what is that? Is it Climbing? Better is what's your movie? Your numeric movie? It's gotta be a numeric movie. Hey Adrian. All right, so look at that. Okay, look at you guys coming in hot. So it was an intriguing weekend, y'all. By the way, where are we at? Everybody keep me in the loop on those likes. Check out my voice here. I guess it sounds pretty good. I'm listening to it right here. But we got 2 likes. I know there's more than 2 of you in here. At least that's what my thing says. But what do y'all see? Well, let me hit refresh. Probably come up 3. 10. Ooh, nice. All right, 10. 10 and 12 minutes. Nice. You guys are too much. You're too good. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at it. Like, smack that like button and look. Look at this. Bruce Campbell was born in Michigan, Royal Oak. You are indeed a member of 4 glorious months. Dave, show him how it's done. Glorious, Mr. Hunter. Closing down. Oh, I don't know if I've seen that one. Is it good? Yeah, all right. 10. Are movie theaters closing? No, not anytime soon. There's still so much good stuff going on. Look, is there potential for that to happen in the future? Yeah. I mean, I feel like the writing is on the wall just because that social activity that we used to have called going to the movies was a much bigger thing back in our day. Now people are just like picking up their phones and say, oh, let's watch, the new Avengers on this phone. And just, I don't know. We could certainly be heading there. And I don't like that, but I don't think we're not closing right now. We're not close to that. So have no fear. I think we're doing good. To prove it, why don't we go ahead and just we'll jump to something a little early today, Bob. If you could share with the fine people. Oh wait, hold on. The box office for this weekend. Yeah, we'll talk a little BO with you guys. Woo! Not that kind. Just a little BO, a little box. Oh yeah, look, it's much faster. You see how fast the stuff is going? All right, I'm kind of digging this new pewter, man. It cost a pretty penny, but there you go. Here we go, mon frères. Look at this. So, Scream came in hot. The predictions for this was 40 to 55 mil. I'd say it blew past that quite well. 63.6 in the opening weekend, but we're going to come back to that in just a second. But doing good. I had a feeling that was going to do well. I had no clue what, though. I was wondering if it could do what surprisingly. So I'm trying to remember what Final Destination did. I feel like it did more than that. I know Conjuring Last Rites did 80, which was shocking. I actually like that movie. I went and saw that opening weekend. But here we are, 63.6 bodes very well. But week number 2 is going to be the real tell. All the big, fans, super fans came out for this weekend. So next weekend is the real deal. All right, we're going to find out how much legs Scream 7 has. Coming in second place, which I saw this weekend as well, Goat at 12 milli. Let me just say, y'all, about the Goat. There was nothing else to go see, but I keep trying to use my card, and I looked, and I literally seen everything I wanted to see except Goat. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll get lucky. It'll be as cute as like Zootopia 2 or something like that. And guess what? It was. Y'all, it was so good. It was basically, of course, if you've seen the poster or whatever, it's the same animation studio that brings you Into the Spider-Verse and K-pop Demon Hunters. So it's got that same style and that colorful animated flair and energy to it. So that was good. So because I really enjoy their animation. Take notes, Pixar. And it's produced by Stephen Curry, the basketball great Stephen Curry. He's a co-producer on there, and he also lends his voice to the giraffe, who's quite funny, and all these other great characters. It's populated with some amazing voiceover talent. You've got Caleb McLaughlin and David Harbour from Stranger Things lending their voices. Caleb is the lead of the goat, a goat that wants to be the goat, who also admires the goat, which is a Black Panther. You following along? Take notes. Gabrielle Union is said Black Panther, who is the GOAT in this form of basketball in this particular movie. And it's full of energy and cool like stunts and stuff when you get on the basketball court. It just seems like basketball is the best movie to animate because I don't know, like Space Jam and this, it just lends itself to like doing lots of fun stuff. It's a very fast-paced game as well. Like if you did football, you'd have to I don't know, would you wait and get in the huddle? And then, it's like there are way slower moments in football, even though it's a lot more physical. But anyway, Goat was cute, y'all. If you are curious, I would say if you are thinking about watching it, you will not be disappointed. If it's not your jam, Space Jam, watch it. Then maybe, don't check it out. But if you like cute, good anime, and here's another thing. They love families. Okay, I have to shout out this movie for loving parents. Like the goat, Will, loves his mom. It's not like, mom. And then the rhino, David Harbour, has 2 little rhino girl twins, and they love him. They're like, Daddy. I'm like, okay. That warms my heart because I'm just so sick of the parents are home. Oh, parents are stupid. They don't know. To see something refreshing that the kids are actually loving the parents, something like that as a parent, stuck with me. So 2 hooves up for Goat. That's right. So you only get that here on the Morning Mug, y'all. Impressions of goats. What are you going to do? Wuthering Heights staying strong at number 3. The 21 Pilots band had in fact, look, the bottom 2 are concert movies, man. You got 21 Pilots and the King himself, Elvis Presley, baby. In the IMAX, I almost saw that. It was between Elvis or Goat. So I chose Goat, but I'll tell you what, if Elvis is still there next weekend, I'm thinking about popping in and seeing the King if I can, if it's still there. You never know. But another big bump. So 2 weeks ago, box office was over 100 mil. Last week, it only totaled 56.8. But this week, y'all, bumping back up to 90. It's kind of fun. I'm adding this new thing as a tracker. This is just for the top five. This isn't the entire box office. This is just the totals that come from these top five. And you got 90 mil just from these top five. So not too shabby. Has anyone else seen any of these movies? Weigh in, y'all. Let me know. If you saw Goat, you got to tell me. Did you dig Goat? Did you love Goat? Was Goat the Goat? I don't know. Let me know. I sure enjoyed it. So there you go. Last week I'd seen all five. Now I have not seen either of these. I'm not a big 21 Pilots guy. Not that I don't like. It wouldn't draw me as quick as Elvis. Like I'd see Elvis first and then 21 Pilots. But there you go. That is what's going on, y'all, at the box office. You got to weigh in. I got to know, are people going to the movies? Got to know. Here and now, there wasn't a lot to pick from for this coming Friday, except for these two. Let's face it, they're the only two bringing the competition. You got The Bride, Jessie Buckley and Christian Bale, and Hoppers from Pixar. So how does that frame up this particular weekend? I don't know. Let's go back and look. So you got Bride and Hopper. So the two concerts are out. Okay, they've had their time in the top five. Those are easily going to be out. The other two will easily punch into the top five. No, I don't see anything else coming into the top five. That said, I think that'll push Wuthering Heights down to number 5. And Goat, since it's older, I think goes down to 4. But then where do the three, you got Scream, The Bride, and Hoppers. So I think because you've got Goat and Hoppers out at the same time, you're kind of pulling that same family audience. Yes, Goat's been out for about 4 weeks or whatever it's been. So that'll split that a little bit. And Pixar hasn't been killing it. Like, even though the movies might be good, like Elio was a big miss for them. And Hoppers looks cute. I've seen a couple trailers for it. Looks cute. But And The Bride is a very niche, like horror action Bonnie and Clyde hybrid kind of thing. It's very offbeat. I don't think that is going to be as massive as it looks like it could be. So Scream, usually you cut that in half and a little bit more on the second week. So that puts it at about 30 mil maybe. And then Bride taking it in the 20s. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the draw is. Now, for me, the draw just went up exponentially because Jessie Buckley is stupendous. If you watched my little intro, put Hamnet on my thing there because she floored me in Hamnet. She's absolutely phenomenal in that. I get why she's winning everything. It really isn't a race. I've seen all the nominees, and she just kills it. I was bawling during that movie. I saw it with my wife and we were just so moved, and that ending was so moving. It was great. So I'm looking forward to The Bride, but let's go Scream, then Hoppers, then Bride. How about that? What do you think? Am I going to be wrong? Scream, Hoppers, Bride, Goat, Wuthering Heights. All right, we shall see how we do. But anyway, those are your 2 new movies coming out. Should you be so inclined to go to the cinema. Now, again, I'd love to talk to you about my 52-week movie challenge, but I didn't do it in time for today's show. So we're going to talk about oodles of other stuff. But first, let's get back to it. See what you guys are up to. Grab a little drink. I'll mention that a little bit. Sweet. Yeah, I never know what this stuff means, Dave. Just say what it is. I don't know. I just in the context of that, I don't know what that is. Now, so you have some theaters closing down, Candace? Is that it? Oh no! Boo hiss. No bueno. Well, is another one popping up? Maybe is it an old? What's the chain out there, Candace? Is it AMC, Regal, Cinemark, or is it something less? Because maybe that's why. I think it's this. Look at the ticker on the screen. Is it moving? What's it moving like for you guys? Interesting. Okay. Cool. But that is a bummer, man. I don't like hearing that. House says, honestly, I think Netflix should have been a better home for Warner Brothers. We could actually get good bit of W content. Um, you like all my good stuff? Let's see. All right, let me hold that here. Haas, I'm going to get back to what you just said. So, all right, let's chit chat a little bit about WB, Netflix, and Paramount. Okay, I have to take this away, Haas, because I'm too low on the screen. Next week, what it is, y'all, is I have to be a healthier mofo. I have one of these desks that I put something on top of it so I can stand up whilst I feel like stretching my legs, which was fine for the laptop, but with the two desks, because it's a two screen action that I edit on, right? But now that I've got a desktop on top of this little mini riser that sits on top of the desk already, and it's about that tall, everything is too high. So I'm looking up, it's like it's too tall. So I have to get rid of the stand up thing and bring these back down to earth, as we say. But so I personally dislike that Netflix lost this. I completely hate this because look, at least with Netflix, they told us what the plan was. The plan was, you're still going to get a 45-day window in the theater. You're going to get your movies will go to the theater. And then, Netflix doesn't have a ton of IP outside of stuff like Stranger Things or whatever else they're kind of known for, maybe Squid Games or what, you know what I mean? So the list is small. Like I'm struggling to think. Whereas Warner Brothers has an entire 100 years, pardon me, of catalog to pick from, and Netflix was going to really benefit with that. Like, can you imagine the Warner Brothers tab on there, and then now we've got all the DC entertainment, and you've got all the just everything else, all the action adventure movies, everything. I can't even list it. Just everything that Warner Brothers is known for. Way too vast for this little guy to mention. Was going to be part of the most successful streaming platform. It's the best. It's the benchmark. It's up here. Then you got your Disney, but and Disney just doesn't have enough variety. Netflix has variety, man. And say what you will, sometimes they're straight to Netflix movies suck, and sometimes they're actually pretty good. But to me, the fit was fine. I liked it. I still don't like that Warner Brothers had to sell it all, but Paramount coming in to me is just a money grubbing suck hole of a billionaire just wanting to own another thing. And look, let's face it, and we have to go here. It does completely have to do with politics because Ellison is in the pocket of T-Rump, he has a lot of sway. Right? Those billionaires, I don't want to say what they do to each other. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, they scratch each other's backs. We'll say a nicer version of it. And by obtaining Warner Brothers, they get CNN now. So now they get Fox News, CNN, they're going to become this conglomerate that owns all the media. So all the media is going to be in their pocket and say what they want them to say, not what we need to hear. And that's legit. So don't, this is an entertainment channel and this is an entertainment story, but unfortunately it goes much deeper than that. Now, that said, Paramount has said, they paid way too much. Like, what was it? 110 billion? Where are they getting this money? I get that they're billionaires already, but you can't just out of your pocket do that. That comes from all your shareholders. The shareholders get to pay that amount. They're fine with that. That's what I say. They're fine with paying that. Because you can't just own something. There has to be a profit margin in said acquisition, right? And if you don't have a plan for that, what is the plan? I haven't heard anything. What are they going to do? Absorb the greatest thing in television, which is HBO. HBO is like the gold standard of quality shows. And you've got the HBO Max app, and then you got HBO on your television services. And so from what I've read, the plan is, HBO Max is gone. They're going to absorb all of that stuff onto the Paramount Plus app. So you're going to go to Paramount Plus to watch HBO. I don't know. To me, it seems like the prestige of HBO, since you now own that, why don't you take your Paramount app and put it on HBO? Like, because HBO's got Warner Brothers. They have and look, Warner and Paramount equally have very impressive lineage, catalogs, legacy, all that stuff. 100 years, both places. And I don't know what these billionaire dingleberries are planning on doing with Warner Brothers. I would have preferred Netflix, who had at least a cinematic plan, something for us to enjoy, to watch the WB on Netflix. That's exciting. That's fine. And they were going to keep HBO Max. There was the part of the plan was, okay, we're going to absorb all this stuff, but then we're also going to keep the HBO Max thing. I mean, they really thought out what it is they were acquiring, how to best present that. And then Paramount's just like, oh, we got you now. Give me that. Oh, yeah. Where are we going to put it? I don't know. Garbage can. That's what I think is going to happen, y'all. Just going to go in the garbage. Look, Disney bought Fox. Every time I go to their place, yes, I guess you got to kind of go to Hulu to find some of the Fox stuff. But where is the Fox button on Disney? You should be able to hit that button and you should be watching all of these great Fox movies that have yet to get physical releases. We were so lucky to get stuff like Speed and things like that were already in the path to come out. And some things drop here and there, but I mean, think about it. Their entire catalog, there's been no desire to keep that moving. Is Ellison going to do that for Warner Brothers? I mean, think about it, y'all. As collectors, Warner Brothers is one of the best studios to keep putting out their product and giving it to us in steelbooks, 4Ks, Blu-rays, all that jazz. Warner Brothers, to me, is at the top when it comes to studios doing that, providing that for us. Paramount, not really. I mean, and Paramount's not even putting out as much great stuff as Warner Brothers. So and then they had a little prestige line with their Paramount Presents. Then they just let that go. So that shows you how much they care about that. Like, I don't know. Again, I think it's a terrible victory. Should it happen? Look, there's still things that could happen. Who's the guy over at Disney? No, at Warner? I forget his name, but the head, the CEO at Warner. I saw an article that he was telling the shareholders, yeah, I mean, if it goes through, it might. So it doesn't even sound like it's a solid 100% thing. If he's talking like that to his shareholders, kind of sounds to me like there's a look. If something falls through, they get like $7 billion or something like that. I think that's the number, $7 billion. So if this merger doesn't work, yes, they had to pay Netflix, but that was paid by Paramount. So Paramount already had to pay that. And then if this merger doesn't go through, Paramount will pay Warner Brothers again, like another $7 billion for backing out, 7 or 8, something like that. And I'm sure Warner Brothers could use $8 billion. So instantly Paramount's out almost 20 bill, and they haven't, because they're greedy. They're fighting too much for something that I don't know what they're going to do with it. So that's my soapbox, y'all, on the Warner Netflix Paramount thing. What do you think? What is your deal? Let's go. Nice. I still got to get both Nikki Gunn and Ben-Hur. Make a good goat boy. Well, chicken boy, goat boys, all the boys. I got them. As long as they're animal related, I'm going to crush it. I haven't seen anything since February. Oh, yeah. Project Hail Mary. Gonna be good. Let's see. Paramount wants to be a big streamer and compete with Disney Netflix. I don't have faith. No. Yeah. I'm with you, Hoss. I mean, you just heard my soapbox. We're right there, bro. I don't know, but yeah, the news outlet stuff. God, what is happening? Like, the whole point of having separate entities is for fairness. If you buy them all up and say, I don't like what you're saying, I'm gonna pull your plug, like Colbert and Kimmel got hit and all that stuff. We got an egomaniac in the office, and he's at every corner wielding that wand of his. Nice. Yeah, the Gru movie, the Minions. I saw a trailer for that Minion movie. It looked very funny. Netflix is less partisan. Told the entertainment arm of the company. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's That's what I wanted too, man. I was fine with it. You think? I might. Yeah, CW. Jeff did a video about Paramount acquiring Warner. Oh, okay. Send it to you. Yeah. Oh, I've been working my buns off. I haven't had time to watch too much side stuff. So funny. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's what I just said at the end. Yeah. Again, I did not. I never read ahead. It's too much to do. We got too much going on. But yeah, I agree too. Paramount may not hold on to it. Doing theatrical releases for a lot for the Warner Brother content. They released. I don't know. They weren't that great either. But just because Paramount puts out a Blu-ray here and there, everyone thinks it's great. Yeah, I don't. I mean, you just heard my thing too. I'm like Paramount. Yeah, Paramount just seems to put stuff out. Warner Brothers. I don't know. It's like I'm always aware, like when a Warner title comes out, it's like across the board. You know, you get the DVD, the Blu-ray, the this, and probably a Steelbook, and also you got the preservationists over there doing stuff on Warner Archive. I have a ton of Warner Archive in my collection, even more so than I did Paramount Presents, because Warner Archive is also a more affordable thing. Paramount Plus got it was at a good price when it first started, like that 1920. Then it got all hoity-toity, and then it was like 27, like it was suddenly a Steelbook worthy. I'm like, dude, all you're doing is putting it out, in some cases, just Blu-ray. This is before they even did the 4K. Just Blu-ray with a nice slipcover that opens up so you can see the poster. That is not worth $10. And then maybe the same bonus features. You're not doing anything different. So, yeah. Got cut off. Oh, it's all good. I got you. Mm-hmm. You're watching Netflix now. You're supposed to be watching me. I've heard 10,000 jobs. Yeah. I mean, it's like a something $1 billion cut. Almost the same amount they got to pay Warner Brothers if they don't go through, like 8 billion, something like that. That is a lot of jobs. And that's what I hate. Think about it, y'all. 10,000 people who are suddenly without jobs. And there's somebody sitting in the Oval Office saying that, jobs are up, economy is up. Blind as a bat, man. Yeah, probably not going to get Lethal Weapon 2 or 3 or 4 4K. Probably not. I mean, again, Warner Brothers is the type of studio that would have given it to us. And I'm sure it was coming. I mean, that's Lethal Weapon's a robust franchise for that studio. And yeah, I assume the first one did well. I think it's great. Love that first movie. I watched it recently on 4K, made a little 4K box for it, gave it the VIP treatment, gave it the WB love. But man, I don't know. How about this? I hope we get it before they go away. Right? Like just to show how good they've done. Like this is what they've done. And now, okay, Paramount, it's all yours. Top that. Right? Right. There's gonna be a new Darth Vader series. Oh, I've not heard about that. I don't know what Disney's got cooking. All right, let me see. What else you guys got? We're gonna get to this or that soon, but so start wheeling some stuff around in your head for me to pick over the other. I've learned it's not necessarily a battle like they're fighting. It's just, if it's an actor choice, who do I want? Now, if it's something like, Chuck Norris against Van Damme, that to me, I got to make those two fight, Let's see. We're supposed to get Gone with the Wind this fall. There you go. I mean, like I said, Warner has some very prestigious titles out there, and they're doing cool. Look, I got those Warner Brother boxes that they put out with the 25. So you got the awards box, you got the sci-fi fantasy box, you got the drama box or whatever, the horror box. Those were amazing. What can I say? I got them all when they went down on sale, and $50 for 25 movies, like $2 a movie, man. And you get it in this prestigious box, and you get all kinds of goodies and swag and little pins. It's great. It's great. I don't even think I've seen a box. I think the closest you get from anything like that from Paramount is the Paramount Scares. Those were cool. I didn't get them, but they were cool. because sometimes the ones they chose were okay, or there was a couple that I already had. So I was like, but that was something. At least that was something. But it looks like they stopped doing that. Look at Dave coming in. He's like, Adrian, isn't this your job? Wait, 50 likes. Dave says, what's Sue going to get? Oh no, man. What you going to get? Let's see. That? Hang on. My window closed, y'all. Yeah, I had, because this is a new pewter, I had to tell it to let me share things. And it started everything over. Oh my God, come on. So Bob's got to get on it. Bob, get on it. I need, you know what we need. There we go. Hang on, don't worry. We're gonna find out what Sue is gonna get here in just a second. All right, and it's a pretty decent week, I will say. All right, let's lose that. Is that ready? Are we ready? I think we're ready. Are y'all ready? I think we're ready. Okay. Oh, Bob. What's Sue gonna get? I don't know.
What's Sue gonna get? What's Sue gonna get? Hey! What's Sue gonna get? And these guys too.
Now the Steelbook crew. Tell them, Sue.
What's Sue gonna get?
What's Sue gonna get? I don't know, but hey! What's Sue gonna get?
Yeah, what you gonna get, y'all? Oh, it's amazing. Amazing. Love those guys. Tony, where you at? Tony, Sue. Is Bonnie in here? Bonnie. Is Sue headed out yet? Sue's always getting out early, man. She got to hustle. She's a hustler, man. Sue's a hustler. But all right, let's do this. Yeah, Bob, hit it, son. Look at that. Boom. Oh, so much quicker. It's like lightning. All right. Look at this week. Tons of good stuff. You got your Running Man on 4K, y'all. I liked Running Man. I mean, I know it did not blow the doors off for Glenn Powell, but I liked it better than the recent one that he's got out there. How to make a killing or something like that. Yeah, that was okay. I like, it was fine enough. I feel like, so there's an angle of that movie they could have taken that I thought would have been more interesting. Like Margaret Qualley is in there as well. She's like a girl he grows up with, and but then they separate, from because of time and families moving away, and his mom in the movie dies, and then when they reconnect, they're adults again. And then of course he's got this plot that he's got to kill off this billionaire family in order for him to get the inheritance, right? But it would have been more interesting if Margaret's character was involved with that. That's all I'm going to say. You'll see why. That might have made for a more interesting, like, two people going at it kind of thing. But anyway, Running Man, you got your Zootopia 2 out on a nice looking steelbook. Look at that. Dave, I bet you're getting that one. Sue's getting that one. Come on, let's not even kid ourselves. Sue, Dave, probably the steelbook crew. Tony, Mizzy, come on, you guys getting it? Nerd Man. You got your Hamnet on 4K. I cannot recommend that movie enough. It is an absolute tearjerker. Bring your tissues, man. You're gonna be bawling. Got your Kung Fu Panda 3. Getting all them Kung Fu Pandas on 4K. Seems like DreamWorks. They're not dropping the ball. Cobra Kai. Finally, I'm so glad I never picked up this series on DVD, because that's how they dropped it as they went. I knew they were planning something like this, y'all. I knew it. There's, at the very least, they were going to do a box set of the DVDs. Right, some cool looking box. Instead, we got ourselves a nice chunky Blu-ray box. I'm sure that's a very flimsy box too. It's nothing special. It's just something to hold on to the Blu-rays. Nonetheless, in HD, that is very cool. The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. Never heard of that one, but you got that. A Swordsman. You got a Wild Robot Steelbook. Looks very cool. I have it on 4K. No need to double dip, just to grab a Steelbook. Don't play that game. I know half of you're right there with me, man. Strange New Worlds got a steelbook for season 3. Well, okay, look, I got to click on this. Okay, I love Star Trek, and I like this show. But look, the hair on Anson Mount. Come on with that. Like, it looks like Kid and Play, man. Like he was waiting for a house party on the Enterprise. Look at that hair. And it's not just stacked high. Like, what captain has the time, sorry, to go into the bathroom and stack his hair like he's Frankenstein? Look at his hair. I mean, I love Anson Mount. He's so good. But what? And he's got good hair. Look, maybe I'm just jelly, but look at that hair. On a show like it's so high. It's almost as high as his forehead. Anyway, I mean, kudos to Anson for having some sweet ass silver hair, but come on with the Frankenstein top, y'all. A little kid and play. No. No. Anywho, let's keep going. Of course, Zootopia popping up also in all the other formats, Blu-ray, etc. You got your Steelbook also for the Running Man. Look at that. People coming at him. Look out, Running Man. You got Piranha Steelbook. That looks quite cool. I also have that, so I don't need that. You got the whole Kung Fu Panda collection in 4K. That's rad. Now I feel bad because I snagged part 4 as part of one of the 3 for 33, for $11 I got Kung Fu Panda 4, but those Kung Fu Pandas are funny, man. Those are good things. Here's about a Star Trek cover. It does not focus so much on Mr. Flat Top. You got that. You got your lurker. Ella McKay did not burn up the box office. It's got Jamie Lee Curtis in that, but pretty low on Rotten Tomatoes too. I think it was like a 38 or something. Oh, Chainsaw Man. That's a very cool looking cover. Merrily we roll along. Let's see. Okay, there's the Hamnet in the Blu-ray. Genghis Khan. What else we got? Just going to go to the bottom. I'm just going to sort of browse through these. The rest. Oh, you got a Running Man 1 and 2, a 2-movie collection. And that looks like the 2 steelbooks. So you can pick up both 2. I have the steelbook of the first movie. And no, that doesn't make me want to get the steelbook of the second movie because, the 4K is fine. I kind of like the 4K better. Anyway, look, let's check it out. So you got the 4K with that cool running, and then the guns, the dude in the middle. I don't know. I kind of like the cover of the 4K better. Personally, my personal taste. And then the rest, I just sort of love. I don't know who is putting these out. Is this Full Moon? Because you got stuff like It Wants Blood, The Lich, not Leech, The Lich. I get 9-year anniversary. I love this. It's not even a 10-year. It's just 9-year anniversary. Good, yeah. I think that's hilarious. Hack Job, 15 years. Should have been like 12-year anniversary. Oh, here you go. You got Cool as Hell, 13-year anniversary. I don't know what these are, but the titles are hilarious. What's in the Locker? Bite School, Killer Waves, From Dusk Till Bong. This sounds Full Moon to me, y'all. I Spit on Your Guts. All right, let's just check out From Dusk Till Bong. It's from Acid Bath. Never heard of this. But a lot of these type of covers have been popping up. So it's clearly, I think, from the same artist. 5-year anniversary. It's cover, man. I mean, my goodness. All right, well, there you go. That's those. Anybody fans of those? Picking those up? 3, 4, 5, 6. So in a few days from now, you'll also get these 3 at the bottom here. Cinderella in concert. But we'll save the rest for next week. But there it is. All right. So what's got anybody excited? What are you picking up? Yeah, let me know. For me, at some point, I will get Running Man. Although, look, Running Man came out on sale. It was like, I forgot to order it, but it was only like $21.99, something like that for the 4K. I'm like, oh my goodness. So, but I just didn't grab it yet. Zootopia would be nice to add to the collection. Actually, for me, the whole top row looks good. Hamnet's tough, man. That thing was so dramatic. I even said that's another one of those one and done movies. It's a 5-star masterpiece. That's what I gave it on Letterboxd. Phenomenal acting. Couldn't recommend it more. I don't know if I could sit through it again because it's so sad, but maybe that's makes it easier to sit through a second time because I know what's coming and I won't be so emotionally distraught. But there you go, y'all. That is the stuff. Okay, I'm just curious. What's this over here? Yeah, I'm just trying new places, y'all, to put this thing. What about here? Nah, just playing around. But anyway, that is what is out there, y'all. You gotta let me know. Let me know what you gonna get. What you gonna get? What are you gonna get? Hey. All right, so there we go. That is it. That is pretty up to date. What else? 848. We got that. We got that. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about Here, let's pop in here real quick just to see who's anybody new's popped in. Oh my goodness, where are we at? Where's my marker? Wow, a lot of people chimed in here. Whilst I was waxing on about that stuff. Okay, that was Dave there. 15 likes. Okay, here we go. Let's see. I looked at my local HMV store, saw Silent Night Deadline. Did you get it? You saw it, but did you get it? You got your Walmart's closing too? Good heavens, Candace. All the cool stuff. Walmart's, theaters. What's going on in your town? Somebody stop them. Where's everybody? I don't know. I don't know, man. Maybe they're sick of the Hucksters Morning Show. Sue will get something nice. She always does. Right, Adrian? I know, right? Oh, Luca, what's up, dude? Oh, look, man. The Ponto and his chum Mike, right? I think Mike's doing it with you. They got a cool show tomorrow night. I might be part of. I don't know. I won't know until the workload presents itself for tomorrow. But we're going to talk about Scream 7. But we're going to get all spoilery, y'all. So make sure you run out and go see Scream 7 and then come back and go to Luke's channel. Luke, if you've already got your thumbnail made, Luke, go ahead and share it here so people can click it and then hit notify and save it. And if they're new to the Lukester, man, sub to the dude. He's awesome. But yeah, drop it in there, bud. And yeah, and if I can make it over there, we're gonna talk about stuff we liked, stuff we didn't like. Yeah, it's gonna be good. I hope I get done early enough, dude. I really do. But if not, still get over there and check him out. But yeah, maybe it'll be a surprise. Maybe I'll wait. I'll come in 15 minutes late, right? But you got to be there because you're waiting. You won't know. Anyway, get over there, check him out. Man, go work, guys. Yeah, all those are good pickings, man. So, Dave, you gonna get that wild robot? What you getting, Luke? Let's see. Hamnet. Oh yeah. Did you see Hamnet already, Luke? Did you see it when it was in the theater? I'm just curious if you've already seen it. God, it's so good, man. It's so good. Jessie Buckley, like I've never really heard of this actress, but you know, again, I'm trying to see all the Oscar things, which I've seen now. I think I still have to see Blue Moon, but I will see that before it's too late. That's the only thing left. But Hamnet was fantastic. So good. What up, Eli? What's up, Eli in the house? Bow, bow. Good to see you, man. Don't forget to slash it. That's right. Sub. Slash and sub. Sounds delicious. Have a slashy sub. Eli said, "Do be looking like Rosie O'Donnell." Who? Anson Mount. Dude, his hair is up to here. Like, he wouldn't have to reframe himself because his hair would come right here to the top of the frame and he'd be perfectly framed. Anson, come on with that hair. I mean, it's almost comical, y'all. Like, when he comes on, it's like, look, I get it. He's got great hair. But I mean, come on. Come on. You haven't seen Kung Fu Panda? They are super cute, man. Very funny. And look, the fourth one, don't sleep on part 4. I was laughing my ass off. Kung Fu Panda 4 was hilarious. Sometimes you think when you've crested part 3, you've tapped out. That's not necessarily true. I even look, I don't know why, but a lot of people come down on a Toy Story 4. I like that movie a lot. It was very entertaining. It is not a downgrade in the quality of that franchise. To me, it's a very worthy sequel to that franchise, and 5 could be equally as good. But dude, the Kung Fu Pandas are super funny. I was gonna buy that Chainsaw Man. What? Of course you're gonna get Chainsaw Man. Of course you are. Oh, you got it. Uh-oh, Eli's already got him some Chainsaw Man. Hang on, let me go back and look at this dude. Okay, hold on. Oh, look at this thing. All right, just for everybody curious, because we just mentioned it. I'm gonna go back here real quick and just share the close-up of this thing. Look at that deal, man. That is a rad cover. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know what that is. Volume 1. Is that a TV show? Because it says Volume 1. The hell is Chainsaw Man? Anyway, so there it is. I think it's an extremely rad cover. Yes, sir. What is that? Is that a TV show, y'all? I watched Wicked for Good last night. I really liked Wicked for Good. Yeah. Well, I mean, the story is just a continuation. It's not. It has nothing to do with being better. It's literally the play. I saw the play here at the Pantages, and it's the whole story. It's the whole thing is one story. But I'm glad you liked it better. A lot of people preferred the first half over the second half. Can't. Oh, dude. So, oh my God. So let me just say, in my theater, I heard some people got jacked on this, and I feel bad for you, but they played the Scary Movie 6 trailer right before Scream 7 started. So it wasn't buried in the trailer. It wasn't second, third, first, whatever. It was last. So, and it even made a reference to Scream 7 in the trailer. And then that trailer ends, then the little Regal Theater thing starts, and then Scream 7 starts. I'm like, I'm in a good mood for Scream 7 now, because I mean, Scary Movie 6. I'm with you, dude. That looks so funny. They are spoofing every little horror thing that's come between the last movie and this movie. And there's so much stuff. Yeah, I mean, you got Megan in there, you got Terrifier, and then all the old tropes. And you got Heart Eyes, dude. They put Heart Eyes in there. And, you know, there's always a little change on their personas so that they don't hit copyright. So he's got the heart eyes, but the mouth was like a zipper kind of mouth, like a riveted mouth kind of thing. This one's got like a big smile on it. It took me, like, they're so close to what the original is. You have to really pay attention. Like, what's different? Like Megan, what's different about her? Is it maybe she's got a wider face? She's kind of like got a chubbier looking face. So whatever they are, it's very minor. Jason Voorhees has the hockey mask, but they painted a smile on it. Guess that's all you need. So now they're mixing smile with Jason. I don't know. I can't wait to, dude. I'm all in Scream 6. I keep saying it. Scary Movie 6. It looks fantastic. Weekly Adam Bryan TV show live March 10th. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Get it on with all these streams, y'all. Oh, by the way, speaking of streams, so last Saturday we did a recap of February's 52-week movie challenge. So if y'all missed that, go check it out, man. All my panelists, of course, we had Luke and Mike and Dave and KB and Jeff was there, and we all just shared so many great titles. You know, many I'd never seen or heard of before. So definitely got to check those out. Oh, only mods can drop links. Good to know. Well, let's mod up Luke. All right, Luke. Where can I do that? Rats. Luke, where do I mod you? It's been a while since I've modded. So because I do the drop down, it just says I can put you in timeout, I can block you, or delete your comment, but it doesn't say make a mod. All right. Well, let's see. Well, go to Luke's channel, y'all. You know, maybe type it up and don't put the .com. I don't know. I don't know why I can't figure out how to do a mod. Thanks for telling me that, Eli. I forgot that you got to be a mod. Where's the mod button? I watched Hamnet last month. Yeah, I know, right? So good. Dude, so okay, so let's chat real quick about the SAG Awards, aka /Actor Awards that came out. And now look, so I'm actually part of the SAG. Where's my SAG card? Oh, it's not up here. Oh, here it is. Here's a version of it. It's not the current one. I got to do it this way. See, there it is. Hey, look at that SAG card. So, like, if I did that show, I could sit there and go, "I'm Brian Huckaman. I'm an actor." Anyway, so getting this card, I will never let go of this. I will pay the annual fee until I am dead, because just getting into SAG, it's tough, it's hard, it's expensive. It's way more expensive now. It's in the thousands. I think it's like 800 when I started in the 90s. So yeah, this card is gold. It's literally gold. And so anyway, so I get to vote on these movies. This isn't like an Oscar ballot where you're trying to guess who wins. I actually have to vote for who I want to win. It's not a kind of thing where I'm supposed to guess who's going to win. I need to vote honestly who I think should win. And that's why there was some major surprises like Kerry Russell winning for Best Actress. I saw all the shows too. She was fantastic. I don't think I picked her. I picked the lady from Pluribus because she just kind of blew me away. But then, you never know who's going to win these things. So I voted with who I wanted to win. Okay. So I did not get a lot right. However, I did pick Michael B. Jordan to win because I thought the guy's playing two roles. He did an impeccable job. And then I had a feeling they'd win ensemble. I did vote. Now that it's after the fact, I can tell you who I voted for. I voted for the Hamnet cast for the ensemble just because I was moved more. See, that's how I vote, is what affected me more, not who was I more impressed with, who do I like more. You're not supposed to vote that way. You're supposed to vote like, what moved you the most, and who do you think should win? I think they should all win. They were all really good. But for me, the Hamnet cast, I picked the cast. I picked Jesse Buckley, and then I picked Michael B. Jordan. And with him winning, y'all, I tell you, it takes that guarantee of Timothée Chalamet off the list, because I think Michael B. also won the BAFTA, if I'm not mistaken. I thought I heard that. I don't know. I didn't watch the BAFTAs, and I haven't watched a BAFTA thing, but I think he also won all that. So he's doing well. Sean Penn got supporting actor. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Here's the thing. I was going to vote Sean Penn, but I actually went Jacob Elordi. And here's where sometimes you just have to figure out what's your deciding factor. So to me, it was between those two I was going to vote for. And then in the end, I go, well, I liked both equally. Now, what's my criteria? Well, my criteria is Sean Penn has won a ton of awards. He's got Oscars. He's got the SAG Awards already. So I wanted Jacob Elordi to win because he's a fresh face. And they were like this for me when I was picking. Now, Amy Madigan to win. To me, that's the surprise. That's a little bit like getting the Jamie Lee Curtis thing. It's like bizarre movie, bizarre character. But that's who I picked, and she won that. So I was about 50% or less in what I got right. And TV looks same thing with TV. I didn't vote on who I thought would win. I knew the studio would win, but I voted Only Murders in the Building because as a comedy, I think it's a funnier comedy. The studio is a little like an insider thing, and Hollywood loves insider stuff, and it was good and has great performances. But comedy-wise, again, I try to lean onto what is it, comedy or drama? I chose The Pit. The Pit won. I chose Noah Wyle. He also won. But like Dying for Sex, Michelle Williams, she's the one that won. Oh, actually, yeah. No. Did she? No. Wait. Yeah. For the limited series. She won for limited series. Oh, man. And Adolescence, if you haven't seen Adolescence, also another limited series. The kid in that, I voted for him because he is ridiculously overly talented for a young actor. It's fantastic. And then even the stunts. So Mission Impossible, of course, took the stunts, and The Last of for movies, and Last of Us took the stunts for television. Although I picked Stranger Things, I thought that the last finales and stuff, the stunts in that were super impressive. I'm kind of shocked it lost that, honestly. But there you go. So that's kind of the thing. Oh, and Harrison Ford, y'all, winning the Lifetime Achievement Award. If that didn't move you, then you're just not a Harrison Ford fan. I mean, his speech was absolutely perfect. Just hearing him talk about what it was like growing up and being a carpenter and getting a job and then not having a job. Like any actors, no matter how big they are now, there was a time when they were not. And Harrison's, I think he's the last, him and probably like, and when Tom Cruise gets his age, Tom's going to be the last legendary actor left. I mean, maybe I take that back. You got Meryl Streep. You got, I don't know. It's like Brad Pitt. You can't quite put in the same thing. Brad Pitt's popular, but he's not as legendary as like Harrison Ford, Tom Cruise, things like that. When those guys are gone, I don't think we have that left in the tank anymore. We've got a lot of good actors. Like question is when they get older, will we think of Matt Damon and Ben Affleck the same way we do Harrison Ford? I don't know. But anywho, that was a fantastic speech. Loved it a lot. So that's it, y'all. That's what I got for the actor awards. If you haven't seen them, they were kind of fun, kind of surprising. All right, Eli Diggins him some Kung Fu Panda. Hoss already getting off to the races with the this versus that. Look at you guys already throwing in this versus that. Well, I guess it's time for this versus that. All right, hold on. All right, you chowder heads, hold on. Hang on. Let's go. Come on. Oh my God. Come on. It's a new computer. I should not see the spinning ball on a brand new computer, right? That's ridiculous. Okay. Okay. I think it's going to be this one here. Where is it? Hang in there, y'all. Bob's a little sleepy right now. We got this. We got this. Boom. All right. Let's see what we got coming up here. All right, gang, it is now time for this versus that, where you get to throw in all your recommendations of 2 things you'd like to see me duke it out. All right, first up, Hoss McPizza with Shawshank versus Forrest Gump. Oh boy. I mean, look, Shawshank has certainly had a resurrection and become an absolute classic. A lot of people still wonder, if it still has that classic, would it have beaten out Forrest Gump? And look, I still say that was a banger year, 1994. Forrest Gump, Shawshank, and Pulp Fiction all coming out in that same year. And Forrest Gump took the win. And I still think that's the right choice. I like Shawshank Redemption. I do a lot, like probably as much as Forrest Gump, but enough to push it over the top. I don't know. I just remember my gut feeling when I saw the 2 the first time. Forrest Gump was just stupendous. I was so happy for Tom Hanks, Robert Zemeckis. I think they've fought for that recognition, and that was a tough battle. So I'm going to stick with the result of the Oscars that year and pick Forrest Gump. All right. Let's see. Sorry, Luke, I'm going to just skip over and keep these. Okay. All right. Now we have too many verses here, sir. Remember, this versus that. I need 2 things. I see you got a battle royale. I dig what you're doing. All right, but so we're gonna try to throw it down. Okay, and this versus that, we're going a 4-pack, which I will just try to do this as a quick battle royale. And this is how it's gonna go. All right, The Natural, I get it. It's up there. It's classic. It's gone. It's the first one out. See ya, Natural. Then you got Field of Dreams. You build it, they will come. That's left over with Bull Durham and The Sandlot. You're out of here, Field of Dreams. See ya. Go in that field and take a nap. Next up, you got Bull Durham versus Sandlot. You got that lovable relationship with Kevin Costner and Susan Sarandon. And then you got The Sandlot with those scrappy little kids. Yeah, Bull Durham, you're out of here. Sandlot takes the win. You get them, kids. Okay. Can't do many of those. Those are dangerous. All right, next up we have Gladiator versus Braveheart. Now, this one's a little bit easier for me. I'm not going to take too long with it, but of course, Gladiator and Braveheart both have amazing performances by their lead actors, Russell Crowe and Mel Gibson. Stellar direction by also Mel for that, and Ridley Scott. So the movies themselves are fantastic. Performances are great. Then to me, it just kind of comes down to the subject matter, because both of these films were impressive. I enjoyed them quite a bit. However, I have to lean on which movie have I seen more. That's where you got it when you're playing this game. It's not about what society says is a better movie. This is me. You're asking me what I like, and the movie I've watched more than the other, therefore takes the W. Are you not entertained? Gladiator takes the win for this one. I've seen it way more times than Braveheart. It's such a good movie, man. Yeah, they're both great, but for today, Gladiator. Okay. E.T. versus Mac and Me? Are you kidding me, Steve, with this? All right, look. I get it. Some of you kids grew up on your Mac and Me and your mac and cheese and that kid and that little freaky dude. That's hilarious. Good on you. But this is so quick, it's not even funny. E.T., man. It's the E.T. the Extraterrestrial, directed by Steven Spielberg. Stellar cast. That E.T. phone home. Look, classic. The alien looks much better than that mac and cheese dude, whatever. And there's so much heart to it. It's a Spielberg movie. I don't even know who directed Mac and Me. So I just, the fact that you have these two, look, it's a slam dunk for me, y'all. E.T. for the win. That's so good. That's good. Oh boy, Exorcist versus The Shining. Okay, here's the deal. This is a little hot take for all you people out there. To me, The Shining is just okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's got the great performance. Here's Johnny, and Jack is creepy and crazy and all that jazz, and it's got its moments. But man, pound for pound, The Exorcist scared the hell out of me. I saw that in a midnight movie. Don't ever do that because it's late, it's dark, it's all this stuff. This is when the theaters used to have midnight movies and they show all kinds of retro re-showings of movies like this, and the sound design of all that noise just surrounding you and coming from over your head and in your ear holes, and dude, it was terrifying. Like that's a reaction I just don't get when watching The Shining personally, but I got it when watching The Exorcist. So when it comes to a battle royale with these two, I'm going Exorcist. All right. Just real quick, Luke says Chainsaw Man was one season a few years ago. Okay, nice. Okay, here we have Gone Girl versus Prisoners. Okay, so this is a David Fincher versus Denis Villeneuve. So Gone Girl frustrated me. It was really good until the ending. I thought it did not stick the landing for me like I was hoping it would. Now I'm just making sure I got it because there's Gone Girl and Gone Baby Gone. Gone Girl still right. That's the Fincher with Ben Affleck. I'm sure that's the one. I don't know. Just the ending didn't slam dunk it for me. And Prisoners also had an ending that could have been like a miss, but it was not for me. I thought Prisoners stuck the landing. I thought both of the movies had a gripping story to them, but there's something about the missing children, again, being a dad, something about, lost daughter on top of that. There's something about that was just so tense. And Paul Dano's performance as that creepy dude with the Winnebago and his mom. And I mean, that was a tense thriller. So in the end, when I take the entirety of both films, it's got to have payoffs all the way through, which I think Prisoners did for me a little bit more than Gone Girl. So for the win, Prisoners. I literally thought it said Pizza Hut versus something. Parasite versus Get Out. Wow. Okay. Oh, that's a good challenge right there. Parasite, Bong Joon-ho, and then Get Out with our boy Jordan Peele, who also wrote and directed that one. Both fantastic films, like very, very intense things. So you get great twists, you get great character performances. These are for me even more evenly matched than the previous two. And it's really tough, man. Because when Parasite ended, it was just like, wow, like that movie, again, being a foreign film and with subtitles, which is the way I chose to watch it, because I want the performance too from the actor, the organic performance pulling me in. And I can read what's happening just fine. And then Get Out was great too. I would say in the end, I was just a little bit more punched in the gut by Parasite. But tomorrow, if you asked and I went Get Out, I'd be just as happy picking that. But for today, I think we got to stick the landing here with Parasite. That was a good one. Oh, what we got here? Okay, this one, I knew somebody was going to say this. I can't do this one because I still have not seen There Will Be Blood, but I will tell you this. And I was late to the game with No Country for Old Men. That movie blew me away. That was great. And I hear great things about There Will Be Blood. So I will just say this, since I can't pick. There Will Be Blood has got to be exceptional to beat No Country for Old Men for me. That's all I can say with that. John Wick versus The Raid. Okay, if you've seen both of these films, like John Wick is great. I love me some John Wick, some Keanu Reeves. The gun fu in those movies is stupendous. But you're talking The Raid, bro. The Raid. That's a whole another level, to quote our boys from Mad TV. The Raid takes John Wick up another notch. It's just wild, and I'm so glad my buddy Dell turned me on to that movie. He did a movie swap, where I gave him a movie and he gave me one, and he gave me The Raid because he knew I was a martial arts fan and I hadn't seen it. And oh my gosh, the hand-to-hand combat in that movie is unbelievable. To anybody watching this, if you have not seen The Raid, I'll say this: if you love John Wick, you've got to see The Raid, because you're going to love The Raid. That is a great 1-2 thing just to point out to people, Hoss, about The Raid. But yeah, I mean, if I'm going just for the spectacle of it all, I mean, we got to go The Raid. All right, let's see. We'll just do a couple more here. Let's see. That's cool. Okay, well, Die Hard versus Lethal Weapon. I mean, that's a good pick for sure, because they're kind of on the same level. Classic action movies, classic, lead actor performances. You got your John McTiernan with Die Hard, and directed for Lethal Weapon was Richard Donner. Both aptly directed by both. But for me, if I have to pick one of these, I mean, there's just something overly spectacular for me about Die Hard. I think it's paced better than just about any action movie ever made. Like, it's right there with Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's got amazing action, well paced, great characters, so good. Lethal Weapon, it's close, but I mean, John McClane in that tower, Christmas Time. They're both Christmas movies, by the way. I see what you did there. It's Christmas movies. It's not action movies. What's better, Christmas movie? It's still Die Hard. Even if you're putting these up against Christmas, Die Hard's still the better Christmas movie. Okay. So yeah, so pound for pound, punch for punch, we're going Die Hard. Blade Runner versus Dune. Now, which Dune? I'm guessing we're doing the Denis Villeneuve film, the first Dune from him, or is it the 80s? To me, I'll just say, since these both came out in the 80s, I will assume maybe that's where we're going. We're going to do the two 80s versions. In which case, you've got your Ridley Scott and who is this? David Lean did Dune, right? Anyway, so okay. I have to go off the reactions that I had when I first saw these movies, and I was a little more actually, when I first saw them, I was kind of even keel. I wasn't overly impressed too much with either, but upon further viewings, I've just become a fan of both of these films. Like most people didn't tune in to either of these films either. So it's not, shocking to say those things. But for me, through the years, I've watched Blade Runner way more than I've watched that original Dune. The style, the look, Rutger Hauer is really what takes Blade Runner over the top. It's really his movie more than Harrison's kind of like here, and Rutger Hauer's here. He's like Hans Gruber, man. He's one of the greatest cinema villains of all time. So because of that, we got to go Blade Runner. Okay, let's see. What do we? We got just seeing how many you guys got. All right, I think we'll do two more. Yeah, you guys are bringing in the heat at the bottom. All right, I think we have time for maybe two, maybe three more. So we'll see. All right, got a Christmas one here, y'all. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer versus Santa Claus is coming to town. Very good, very good. You picked arguably the two best ones. If you picked any of the other ones, it would suffer to one of these two. However, you picked these two. So I watched both of these. Moody, we watched these growing up, and they were a must watch every single season. They're so good. And I watched both of them this Christmas. Actually, I have my Rankin Bass Blu-ray set down there and just rock and rolled on them. I'm gonna have to pull the kid nostalgia in as well. I'm gonna let like Little Huck and Big Huck answer this together. Now, even though I think watching it today, you see a lot more racism in Rudolph. Like Santa's kind of a dick. Like he walks in like, Rudolph, whoa, you're not pulling my sleigh. That mutant, he's not play. Like he totally shames Rudolph. Like what a D-bag Santa was in that movie. Watch it again. Seriously. Like there's anyone that is a misfit is treated like horribly in this film. And you know, if you feel like a misfit or a nerd or an outcast, like I was as a kid, you know, you feel for them. So you got them banding together to show these dill holes that we are cool, that we're even better than some of you know-it-alls, right? And then you got your cool, even-head, you know, even-keeled Santa Claus coming down, which isn't filled with nearly as much, you know, racism as Rudolph, you know, or not necessarily racism, but it's shaming, it's body shaming, and all that kind of stuff in Rudolph. But so because I chose that very bizarre path to describe both of these movies, I think we're gonna have to reward the misfits and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Even though, and Santa Claus is coming in town, by the way, like the wizard is this cool dude who has all this power, and by turning him good, he loses that. Like that's another thing I noticed is that give up what you're good at and it may not be worth it to you. So yes, he becomes, and every time too, like Kris Kringle keeps calling the wizard, what does he call him? He calls him something scary, like what does he call him? Like wizard, but then the wizard is always saying, call me this. Why can't I remember? But he's trying to say, I have a name, call me this. And throughout the entire movie, Kris cannot remember to call him the kinder name that he has now become. Instead, he's always just wizard or warlock, you know, warlock. And then he's like, Mr. Wizard or whatever. You know what I mean? So he's always calling him the crappy name. And then he's always correcting him. And he never gets it right. Like he doesn't care. Like he made him give up his power. And then he doesn't care. Anyway, go back and watch that. It's kind of sad. I'm just going to say it's kind of sad. Yeah, she had a bunch in the till, but bravo, man, for filling that thing. Can I be a mod? I have to figure out how to do it. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Yo, I don't know why I can't mod these things. Yeah. Anyway, Partridge Family versus Brady Bunch in a cage match. Oh, you're going mano a mano with these, huh? All right, look. So I mean, look. You've got more Brady's than you do Partridges, right? And the Partridges are kind of like, I think, a little bit more meek and feeble, right? I mean, except for Danny. I mean, Bonaducci at 10 could, like, you just let him in the ring, he could probably like eat all the Brady Bunches because it's Bonaducci, right? Whereas David Cassidy and you know, what's her name? Lisa Day, Sarah Day, something Day. Lori Day. Anyway, the older girl Partridge. If you put her up against Marcia, I feel like they're pretty evenly matched, you know. But then you toss Cindy in there, and Cindy will just beat the crap out of her. Because Cindy's that middle child, and she just doesn't take crap. Cindy's gonna wail all over that. And then the little kid, I mean, inconsequential against Cindy Brady. I mean, she'll just take her to town. And then look, and then you got all the other boys in there. I mean, Greg is just, you know, martial artist, you know, kung fu dude, and Peter, yeah, he's scrappy. I mean, Bobby probably get his butt handed to him by Bonaducci, like in seconds, like just pow, gone. Bonaducci might even take out Peter, right, if he's not looking. But you know, but Greg comes in and settles the score. So between Greg and Cindy and Jan, I think between Greg and Jan, I think they're gonna wipe out the Partridges. And the moms, look, I mean, if you're throwing in the family too, I mean, there's no dad over there, and the moms I think are pretty scrappy. They might just bam take each other out, but then you got, you know, Dad Brady left just, you know, probably sitting on the side drinking coffee. So anyway, there you go. I think Brady Bunch takes the Partridge Family. That's pretty good. I feel like parody movies are making a comeback. Naked Gun, Scary Movie. Look, I'm all in, Luke. I am all in with these parodies making a comeback. I just, any comedy in general, comedy is making a comeback. Look, I know that Like I even went and saw Anaconda. I mean, just because it's a comedy, it didn't like blow me away. I laughed quite a bit there, though. I was entertained. I'll say it was cute. But man, Naked Gun won me over, and I feel like Scary Movie, I'm gonna just lose my mind. I feel like I'm gonna be laughing so loud. We're gonna, we talked about this, Luke, is we laugh so loud that people stare at us. Like, could you not do that? I'm like, oh, not only am I gonna keep doing it, I might just turn in your direction and laugh in your face, just so you know I think it's funny. But there you go. Yeah, let's hope so, Luke. Yeah. This says Jason about an anime about a guy with chainsaws for arms and a head. Okay, that's weird. Dimension Scott's here. What's up, buddy? Well, the only thing Scream 2 is the most boring out of the 7. Hello, everybody. I've seen Scream 7 2 days ago, and I enjoyed it more than most. Modern Horror. Yeah. So, again, I didn't want to talk too much about it because I know if we do it on Luke's, but here's the thing. And you watched my review. I did like the movie. I told people to go out and see it. If you're a fan of the franchise, go out and see it. I just had really only one huge issue, and it was the reveal. Again, don't say anything. If you guys have seen it, don't say nothing. But the reveal at the end, I thought was the weakest of all the movies. It just didn't have weight. It didn't have weight at all. Other than that, I thought the kills were fun. I thought the performances were good. The stuff inside the house and the wall. And I mean, it was fun. I had a good time. It's just that ending just dropped the ball at the end. But that's why I said, if you're a fan of the franchise, it's still worth seeing. So go check it out. Oh, I think we're, I'm going to go ahead and put a pin in this or that. By the way, if you got some more, if I come across the bottom, we'll save them. Remember what you had down there, because I do have to run to work. But Sandline is too much of a classic to pick anything else. Oh, good. So I did the right one. I picked the right one with the Sandlot. I had no clue that I was going to pick that, y'all. I was just going off the cuff. Sandlot is great. The funny thing is, too, is I'm late to the game with Sandlot. I probably didn't see that for the first time until just maybe 2.5 years ago. It was on sale at Best Buy, back when Best Buy had movies, for like $6 Blu-ray. And I'm like, okay, everyone loves this movie. I got to see it. And dude, I have a review on my channel. Go look at it. I was pleasantly surprised and loved it. So it stays in the collection. Bad News Bears should really be in there. Yeah. Bad News Bears. Of course, the first one with young Jackie Earl Haley. Oh, he was fantastic. Adrian saying, hey. With the original Walter Matthau may take the win in my book. Born to make baseball movies. Yes, exactly. Chowder, sorry. I don't know. I was just trying to, off the cuff, I'm going to say chowder heads. Anyway, I don't mean that. You guys are awesome. Costner does baseball. He does, man. I know. Well, I mean, you got a baseball movie, you go get him. Rules don't matter in today's America. Right. I see you got some more. Yeah, I'm going to pass on these verses here because I gotta call it. But I see some funny ones here. Okay, Rudolph's dad says he says the women need to stay because Rudolph is a man's work. Yeah, feels like a bit dated. I know, right? Now listen here. See, now you ladies stay put while we go take care of business. I'll do it. You see, nailed it. By the way. Rudolph, cover that nose, before you go outside. Shaming his kid. Yeah. Touche, Marsha's nose, and she's out. Right? She takes one hit in the nose. Boom, she's gone. Susan Day. Thank you, Susan Day. Yeah, Susan Day will punch Marsha in the nose, and then Jan will get pissed and take revenge and slay Susan Day. Yeah. Right? Am I right? I mean, look, it's all about, in the end, Jan and Greg. They're just going to go nuts. Greg has his little idol on, so he'll be all possessed with that tiki idol, going to killing spree and then not remember anything. Awesome. Most of your picks. Again, that was, when I do these, it's kind of off the cuff. And when I read that, I kind of say, you're not wrong. Maybe I need to watch them both again this year, one after the other, watch one day, and then go, because they are that good. They're both that good. And Shawshank has just become such a fantastic movie. You're probably right. You're probably right. Have to head out. Yeah, Laren, you're the best, bro. Thank you so much. Yeah, and Scream 2 does rule, man. I like Scream 2. You have an awesome day. 17 likes. What a way to finish the day. Did we not hit 20 likes by the end of this thing? Hang on, let me just hit refresh. Very sad day. What a low day. A 60, it only says 16 for me. All right, y'all. Well, nonetheless, I think that is going to do it for today, y'all. We did an hour and a half in at the Morning Mug. Thank you so much for coming in every single week. I appreciate you guys stopping by and listening to me chit chat, talking about movie news, box office, new releases, and all that good stuff. So you guys are the best. So until next week, we'll catch you guys later. Bob hit it. Thank you to all my cafe members for their support. And if you'd like to be a cafe member to help support the channel, please consider hitting that join button now. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming by and sharing your time with me. So until next time, be safe, be kind. I'll see you on the next one.